A very warm good evening, Adab, Sat Sri Akal, Vanakkam to all the viewers out here. Namma, of course. Welcome to the book launch of Pocket Thoughts, Volume 11 by the Playbook. It's special because it's the first book to be launched in the year 2022 and 11th in total. So, a small achievement for us as an organization. And we have with us wonderful creators, leaders, superheroes of tomorrow who are stepping into the world of book publishing and becoming authors. So, welcome you all. And I'm sure, and thanks a lot to all the viewers who are attending the session. I'm sure you would be enjoying the chilly winter evening, eating good food, and of course, like staying safe. So that's the most important thing for all of us. So before we move ahead, would like to thank the editors of the book, Ritam and Kuratul, and a special mention to the designer of our team for designing the lovely cover, which will be unfolded in some time. And yeah, so like just to talk a bit more about Pocket Thoughts Volume 11, it covers stories, creations covering like the length and breadth of the country. So we have co-authors from Jammu and Delhi in the north to Bangalore, Hyderabad in the south, from Pune in the west to Calcutta in the east, and of course Gurugram never fails to have their representative during a launch session. We are seeing that for continuously. So yeah, without further ado, we'll it's on to the co-authors who have it's their hard work and their it's their day. So I'm giving this floor to them. And yes, so we'll start with the introductions, and then we'll obviously have a quick discussion, and we'll take questions from the audience as well. So starting with the youngest co-author, Shivika, who joins us from Gurugram. Good evening, Shivika.
Hello.
Yeah, hi, Shivika. Can you just quickly introduce yourself to the viewers?
So I'm Shipika Jain from Heritage Experience and Learning School. I'm from Gargaon. In the free time, I love to read books, and my favorite series of books is The Wimpy Kid.
Okay, great. Nice, Shivika. So what are your hobbies apart from reading?
Apart from reading, I like to write, or maybe sometimes something comes to my heart. I have this little diary. I got it once on my father's anniversary as a written gift. So they gave me these diaries. I chose one, and I got this special pen from them. So I started writing, and in one of the diary I kept feeling. So what I used to
Wow.
do is what I think about Santa. So that was my first writing. Then I started about Gandhi, people I really know, and then my family members.
Amazing, amazing, Shivka. I'm really inspired, and I'm sure the others who like thought of maintaining a diary, including me, but it became a lost cause. I'm glad that you are doing it religiously. So glad to meet you, Shivika. Over to Ashita. Hi, Ashita.
Hey, my name is Ashita Garg and I study in the Heritage School, Vasankunj. So I like writing and Playbook has given me a whole new space to explore the blogs. So first I did not even know how to write one and now in my free time I love writing blogs. So another things about me, my hobbies are painting and baking. I try to complete one painting in a week. So it's like a thing for me. And then I try to take all my interests and hobbies and get it all in a day.
Great, lovely, and we'll ask more questions, and we'll see more paintings in the time to come, the limited time that we have. So Samriddhi, so hi Samriddhi, you're joining us from the city
I'm
of
from
joy.
Kolkata, City of
Yeah,
Joy.
yes. So Samriddhi, just introduce yourself. Tell us more about yourself.
Yes, sir. Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Samriddhi Roy. I study in the Newtown School, Kolkata. I'm in 5th grade. My hobbies are singing, dancing, painting, and 3D modeling. I love to read books and also write short stories and poems whenever I get time. And I thank the Playbook mentor Tasneem ma'am for teaching me the basic concepts of writing. And in fact, I used to write earlier, but now my writing skills have developed a lot thanks to the Playbook.
Great. Rachit, what about you?
Yeah. Hello, my name is Rachit from Delhi Public International School, Bangalore, from grade 6. My hobbies are to play chess, football, sometimes badminton, cycling, and coding.
Okay. Great, Rachit. Welcome to the book launch session. So we have Medha also, who's from Bangalore. So Medha, why don't you share more about yourself?
Yes, sir. So hi everybody, this is Medha Bhatt from Bangalore. I'm currently 12, studying in 7th grade. I enjoy writing. I mean writing, reading, whatever. Anything is got with a book and a pen. I'm also really interested in history, mythology, Greek mythology, fantasy, fiction. Always really engaging or fascinating. Yeah, that's the right word. Fascinating topics for me. I also like sports. Yeah, I play chess. I also like playing the flute. A hobby I want to mention is that I like being glued to my laptop. That's what I do actually most of the day. One thing that is that I've been engrossed in writing, but I've not been able to find a good tool to pen down all thoughts in an interesting way. Whatever I wrote would be fine in my mind, but then when written down on a pen and paper, whoosh, everything would have flown away. But then I came across the playbook and I took a trial class. I found it to be nice and decided to give it a go. Sure. My parents were really supportive to me at that time, so big thanks to them. I took up the bachelor's course mentored by Pratnya Ma'am, who also deserves a big thank you for what I've learned for what I've learned from that. Another thing that I've observed is that before the course, I was rubbish at writing poems. I was fine with stories, but poems, no way. But after the course, that kind of changed. I got better, not best, but good, improved at least. Much better compared to what I was before. So thank you for that. So yeah, I think that's about it. Thank you.
Awesome. Great. Good to know that you're doing a lot of things and you've gotten better with poetry. And obviously, it would not have been rubbish. That's not the right word to use. But yeah, anyway. So Kirtika, hi. Good evening. She's like Kirtika is the only representative from the West this time. So she's joining us from Pune. Kirtika, why don't you share more about yourself?
Yes, sir. Hi, my name is Kirtika Tambi and I live in Pune, Maharashtra. First of all, I would like to thank the Playbook Initiative for this wonderful honor. I'm very honored at being the co-author of Pocket Thoughts Volume 11. So, I have three hobbies: writing, gaming, and trying to push the limits. My journey in Playbook has been fun and interactive, with knowledge to grab hold of and enjoyment at every turn. Although I faced issues many times, my teacher, Pragna ma'am, was always there to support and guide me. One incident is where I was having great difficulty in trying to understand what slug lines are. She was really calm and patient and helped me through the topic so beautifully that I understood the whole thing clearly. Thank you so much, ma'am. I've learned a lot from this experience and I hope to continue this journey with Playbook and become a budding writer with their help.
Amazing. And I'll convey. And if Pragna is watching, Pragna, good job. I'm sure like you also need to teach me what slug lines are, because I'll struggle probably more than what Kritika did during her session. We have a handsome young gentleman from Hyderabad and looking really good. Irvin, how about you? Like share more about yourself.
Thank you for the compliment, sir. Don't really get much. This is like my first time wearing this book. So hi, my name is Irvin. I'm from Hyderabad and I go to Future Kids School. I don't really have many hobbies apart from writing. I play badminton and I competitive sleep, I guess if that's something. But it actually helped joining the bachelor course. Me and Rachit were actually in the same class with Deepa and Vita ma'am. And like the course actually like fired up my love for writing. It was really dormant before, but after joining the course, I just wanted to write. Like for homeworks, I just wanted to write. But
Yeah,
this
one of
course
the
has really helped me a lot. And now that I'm in masters, I want to learn more. Go to blogging, vlogging, and things like that.
course, and for the viewers, like you'll see a lot of blogs by Irvin, Kitika, and the others that keeps getting published on our website. So you can just visit the playbook.in, go to the blog section, read what our creators think and enjoy. So that's what I do, and I would highly recommend it to all the others. So yeah, over to the northernmost part of the country, which is Jammu and Kashmir. So yes, Gracie, welcome to the YouTube Live, and you're the first one from Jammu and Kashmir to be publishing a book at Playbook. So it's another milestone for us. So share more about yourself. Would want to know. Yeah.
So hi everybody. My name, a warm evening first of all. My name and my nature both go hand in hand. That is grateful. So I am Gracie Anand and I am from Jammu and Kashmir. So I'm very grateful to be over here. I am the co-author of the book Pocket Thoughts Volume 11. I'm very honored to be over here and grateful to Playbook, for giving me such this opportunity. And before this course, I was fond of writing, but I was not able to express my thoughts and views in a very good way. So I came into this course. I learned a lot of things, and now I'm still learning, and I will surely learn. Thank you.
Amazing. So yeah, coming down to Delhi. So we have Leon joining us from Delhi. So hi, Leon.
Hi, sir.
Yeah. What
Hi,
about you? Share more about yourself. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Leon Ghosh. I'm 9 years old. I study in Montfort School, Ashok Vihar. I love to play keyboard and guitar. I also play chess, table tennis, and basketball. I always love reading books and stories. My favorite book series are Wings of Fire and Beast Quest.
Okay. Any others who are fond of these two books or the series? So, so Leon, you've got a friend already, and there must be many more in our community, I'm sure. So yeah, we have Akanksha, last but not the least, of the co-authors who's joined us today. So Akanksha, over to you.
Yes, sir. Hi, I'm Akanksha and I'm studying in 5th grade and a student of Chrysalis High, Bangalore. My hobbies are reading, writing, drawing, painting, and cooking. I'm really thankful for Playbook to give me this opportunity. I really wanted a new hobby, so when I first discovered Playbook, it was like a dream come true. I hope to continue it forever. Thank you.
Lovely, and I hope we are able to create content so that we are able to have you. And tomorrow in the coming years, we would love to see and read more of what you guys are creating, because there's a limit to what one can teach, right? But there's no limit to what one can create. And you all are stepping into the world of creativity, content creation. So kudos to you all. We've been talking about the book, but no one, all the viewers must be waiting to basically see what the book looks like. So if I would ask the organizers to actually show how the book looks like, and then we'll move on to the Q&A. So this is the front cover with a girl wearing a mask, enjoying a chilly winter evening, reading a book, because this is a life skill that we want every child to inculcate in their daily lives. And so this is basically the front cover and the back cover, if you can pass on. So we have Shivika, who's the youngest of this particular book, the co-authors, and we have Akanksha, Ashita, Bhumi, Gracie, Irvin, Kirtika, Leon, Medha, Rachit, and Samriddhi. So congratulations. All of you deserve a round of applause. So you guys can give a pat on your back because we can't do that. That's the best we can do virtually. So moving on to the a few questions that I have. So Akanksha, you mentioned that you were looking for a hobby, but you were always interested in reading. I've heard. So how did you develop the love for reading? And who's your favorite author?
Sir, I first found my love for reading when I started the book series The Naughtiest Girl by Enid Blyton. And so that was the first book I loved to read a lot. After that, my favorite author is Enid Blyton because I really love her books, like mainly the adventure ones.
Okay, so adventure is like your genre. Who else would like to add on to? Who else is an Enid Blyton fan and would want to add to this? Anyone else? Yes, yes, Leon, tell me.
Ma'am, sir, from Enid Blyton, my favorite series are Famous Five and Secret Seven.
Okay, that's like almost all of us used to love when we were like, you're in the what, in the fourth or the fifth grade, Leon?
Fourth grade.
You're in the fourth grade, yeah. So that's the one of the first books that we pick when we go to the library. At least I used to do do that. So my next question is that all of you have started developing the love for writing, and my question is that did this happen naturally, or it was by force from your parents, or some of any of your friends asked you to like pen down your thoughts? And how is it? How creative writing is different from what you write for your exams and score marks? Anyone like who wants to answer this question? Okay, so Medha raise her hands first, then we'll move to Ashita and then Kritika and then Samriti. Yes, Medha, a lot of them to answer this question. Yeah.
So, sir, I'll answer your second question first.
Yeah.
How is creative writing different from the writing that's in exams? So the way I write in exams is actually forced. I mean, I try as much as possible to apply my creative writing skills on exams. I can't do that for math or for any other subject of that sort, but I can do that for English. I mean, that's common. I can try to make up my own words and sentences and continue the answers. But creative writing, even if you pin down to a topic, you can build up on it. I mean, you can use your creativity, but that's not very common in exams. And what was your first question, sir?
Yeah, I guess we'll give someone else the chance to answer that, and there'll be many more questions. Yes, Ashita, what would you want to add on to it?
So actually, for me, I was always curious as I was a kid. I wanted to know everything in the world, but and also I always loved writing stories in Hindi and English. So that's how it came naturally to me. So I started writing things, and then when I came across the playbook, it was like something that I wanted. Creative writing is what I feel different from the normal writing is that you can express your thoughts the way you want. You don't have a proper parameter you have to write on. Though when we are doing school work, we have proper parameters that we're getting marked on.
So the common thing that both of you mentioned is that there's no boundary that is set. You define your own boundaries, right? So, and that's the beauty of creativity, because that is something that never goes out of fashion, and there's always something or the other coming up in our head, and then when we pen down on paper, it becomes like, it turns out to be very beautiful. Yes, Irvin, you wanted to add on to the question. Yeah.
I didn't want to add on to the question. I wanted to answer the first one. Did I start writing naturally or by force? I actually started semi-rash, by myself. I used to have like this little diary, right? It was like this size of your hand, and I wrote on it for 2 days. 2 days.
Okay.
And then now I don't know where it is. I found it once and it was like torn up and everything. But the 2 pages where I wrote were still intact. But now I don't know where the book is.
Okay, but then you still give the credit to those 2 pages that you picked up writing.
From a friend, and that's where I started writing.
Amazing, and it's really inspiring. Like Shivika also maintains a diary. Irvin also does it.
I don't maintain a diary.
You don't maintain a diary. No. Yes, Samriti. Only those 2 pages. Okay, so just frame those 2 pages, Irvin, because tomorrow when you become an author and the people are reading those books in your interview, you can obviously share this again. The story
they're
again.
lost in a pile of toys that my sister has, so I'm not looking for them anymore.
The story of the 2 pages. So
they can play with them. They can play with them.
Nice. Samriddhi, yes.
Yes, so actually, I wanted to answer both the questions. Actually, writing came naturally to me when I was small. There came a project from school to write your own story. That time I had lot of imaginations in my mind. So my first storybook was The Haunted House, and it was in my school. So from then on, I started writing. Even I wrote a Bengali story also. So actually, that story is not with me anymore. So I think that creative writing is a type of writing where you spend down your own imaginations and your creativity in a paper, and there is no boundary. Means you don't have to wait somewhere, but you can write as much as you want.
Amazing. Yes, yes, Kritika. Tell me, good, Samriddhi. Thanks for enlightening us that you also know how to write Bengali stories. So we'll have your contributions very soon. Yes, Kritika, tell me.
Yes, sir. I would like to answer your first question, sir. Writing came naturally to me, and it's all started when I started feeling like the need to express myself, and I just couldn't go around and start pouring out my desires to everyone, right? So maintained a diary, and I hardly maintained it for 3 days, and then it just got lost. So I started writing stories as a medium of expressing myself through third person. So that's how I got into story writing.
Great, interesting, and yes, this is an important thing for all the viewers also, that if not everything that you can share with everyone, right? There are some things that remain to you, and if you're able to vent it out on a sheet of paper, it's really helpful. So on that note, my next question is that you've been part, like some of you have been part of like at Playbook for 3 months, 4 months. Ashita has already celebrated her anniversary. Shivika is on the verge of celebrating her anniversary, and like it's been like more than a year, and we've been growing with these kids. We've seeing them growing taller and more intelligent, more inquisitive, more creative. So it's obviously encouraging for us. But the thing is that you've been exposed to different mentors during your journey, or one mentor specifically. So who are they to you? Are they like teachers, friends, co-creators? How do you define them, and why? So okay, who do I give it to? So, okay, Kritika raised her hand first.
Yes, so my teacher was Pragna ma'am, and to me, she's like a friend and a teacher. She's more than a friend, like the best friend ever. Because she's always helping me, and she's so kind and patient. I'm just surprised at how someone's temper can be so high. Uh, the patience level
Patience
can be
level.
so
Okay.
high.
Okay, great. Medha, Pragna has taught you also. So, do you? It's all praises for Pragna in today's session. So, glad to know that. Yes, Medha, tell me quickly.
Yes, sir. So Pragnya, like again, as Kirtika told, is more like she was more like a friend to me. On my first class, when I entered, I usually didn't get that friend feeling that happens to like every person in the world. But then, as I started to learn with her, I decided that she deserves it. I mean, I every time I came to class, like the 50% reason I came there was to talk with her. I mean, like she every time I entered the way she talked, right, just gave me like a calm wave, it washed a calm wave over me. So
Okay,
thanks.
great. Gracie, would you like to add on to it? Like, who is the like the Playbook mentors? Who are they to you? Friend, teachers, mentors, co-creators. What are they?
Talking about the mentor, Sir taught us very beautifully, and I was really right now very thankful to him. He taught us very patiently. I was not understanding the things at time, but he taught those all things again and again, and just taught it so patiently, and I'm very thankful.
Great. So my next question is for Ashita. Ashita, we've been like seeing you for a very long time. Like you like starting from basic vocabulary, then to writing, obviously now a book, and now you're into blogging. You maintain your own YouTube channel, and painting, one painting a week, etc., etc. So, basically, how do you manage time? Because doing it and studying also, because schools are also there for you, like not for us, but for you. So yeah.
So I manage time. I do what is right, not what is easy. It's one of my favorite Harry Potter quotes, and I try to maintain it. So I try to maintain all my time, all the activities and hobbies I have. I try to take them all in one day and time everything out. Though it might not be that simple, I might get bored at times, but that's how it is. I have to be right because I have to study, then I have to paint, I have to do my assignments. So I have to keep myself organized.
So do you have like these half an hour slots, or you maintain a
Yes.
kind of a
So
reminder? How do you do that?
so at times I use like a timetable. So every day, if I have some classes, so that is the safe time for classes. Then I would have my school homework time, then the write homework time. So and then whenever I'm free, I either play games, watch TV, or paint.
Okay, great. Shivi, you want to add on to it? You wanted to say something? Shivika, can you unmute yourself? Yeah, you raised your hand, Shivika. You wanted to say something?
I just wanted to say that now I started love writing a little bit.
Yeah, and you're also recording videos nowadays, expressing, selling stuff, creating products, isn't it?
Yes.
Great. Yes, yes, Samriddhi.
Actually, sir, I wanted to answer that question, that is the playbook mentor friend to your mentor. So can I answer that?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yes, sir. So actually, for me, Tasneem ma'am, she was a mentor and both a friend, and she taught me with lot of love and care, and she taught me new things like the types of writing, like elegy, sonnets. Actually, I used to write poems earlier, but now my poems has developed a lot because of her, and I thank her for teaching me all this.
Amazing. Great. So, yeah, so Irvin, I wanted to basically ask you, because you are writing much beyond, like, I read one of your stories, and it was like, didn't expect this coming from a guy as young as you. So, like, how do you come up with these thoughts, and how, like, anything that you want to share with our viewers on how to build that kind of organizational capability and that structure? Mm-hmm.
Process when I'm writing a book.
You're also writing a book.
No, like you want my thought process.
The thought process, or how do you come up with these ideas? How do these creep into your mind? Because when I sit down to write it, like, the thoughts are pretty childish. So, and I'm sure others would also want to know more. So can you shed some light, and any tips that you want to give us?
Actually, like, I don't know if people actually know this, but the title actually is like more important than it actually looks at the start. Because the title, right? If the title is good, people will read your story. So if your title like seems like what you say, mature and like developed, right? People will read your book and they'll think, oh, this is a very nice story. I would really like to read more. So like I just take the topic and then I just expand on the topic. It just goes in different directions. And then I just like take one piece and then I keep it on, I write it down and then I expand on that.
Okay, great. Yeah, and like, we can have a more detailed conversation regarding this sometime later, because would want to know more. Yeah, Meda, you wanted to add on something to it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, so I started reading this book. It's called Percy Jackson. It's from Rick Riordan. I started reading it. I mean, I was interested in Thea's written and Geronimo's written, like, more. And my parents, they wanted me to explore the collection of books around, because they bought a lot of subscriptions just for that reason. And I only stuck to this one series, and they weren't happy about it. Then I started this new series called Percy Jackson. I started reading more and more of it, and I started realizing this is what I'm meant for. I read more, and I knew it. I just knew it that this is my book. I made for it. So I really found it interesting because I never knew anything about Greek mythology or or Roman mythology or any of those historical books. But when I started reading this, it had a mixture of actually everything. It could be romance, it could be adventure, it could be history, it could be anything, just anything. It consisted this mixture, and I really loved it. I started writing my own books, building on top of that, on top of those mythologies. I started creating my own sort of mythologies, and I started writing my own books. And I had written one. It extended up to 500 pages, and I decided I didn't like it, so I threw it into the trash and started a new one.
Why did you throw into trash? Any sort of creation doesn't go waste. I mean, it's a sin if you are doing that. Next time, don't at least ruin it. Share it with us. We would love to read it, and we have a lot of proofreaders in our team.
I've kept it, sir, on Docs. I've kept it on Google Docs.
Yeah, so keep it to yourself because these are original thoughts. The most important thing is that all of you have such original ideas, and I'm so inspired because someone is writing a book. Someone believes that a title is important. You guys are managing your time. There's so many things going on, and during the pandemic, when most of us are at home, we have like restricted movements, and you guys are like planning your day, doing a lot of things, and obviously it's your time to go out, explore the entire world, but you're creating the entire world through your pen because you have a superpower. Everyone says that pen is mightier than a sword, and it is true because whatever we see around ourselves, it's because of the pen, and because like our ideas are being penned down on paper. So one important thing that I want our viewers to know and your thoughts on that is that there is something known as a writer's block, right? There are some times that we don't feel like doing anything. So how do you overcome that, Akanksha? Can you yeah, Leon, I'll come to you. So Akanksha, what, like, have you ever come across a situation where even though you're trying hard and you're not doing anything else, but still you're not able to pen down your thoughts?
So yes, it has happened to me once where I think I was in class. I was trying so hard to get in some idea so that I can write something as the assignment in the class. But then no idea popped up in my mind, and I told ma'am, but ma'am was okay with it. Pragnya ma'am, she is a really kind ma'am, and she has a lot of patience.
No, but here it's fine. But when it's an exam and you have to write and you get that block, then how would you be able to overcome that? Gracie, tell me now. You have to answer this because, like, what do you do when that writer's block comes suddenly while you're answering an exam?
That's something difficult to answer because during exam time you have to write, you have to pen down all the things that you have learned earlier. So but you will have to focus on the idea also because somewhere idea is also important. So I think we should carry chits so that we can pen down all the thoughts because the thoughts are also important. Yeah, you can pen down it somewhere on a piece of paper also. So that is also important because the idea is important. An exam too.
Okay, great. I'm keen to know more about the how chits play a role in exams. That's something that we were not. No one is allowed to do, and everyone should refrain from doing that. Yes, Kritika, tell me.
Yes, so if it's a writer's block during creative writing session, so I generally opt to go for the unique style of writing that nobody has tried out. But if I'm having a writer's block in a creative writing or something that I have to do myself, then I just try to go with the original idea. And if it's like an answer, like a science question, which has no other answer other than one, so if I have a writer's block in that, so I just leave that question for a while and I go to the next questions. And if I have some time left, I go back to that.
Great. Leon, you want to know your thoughts on this? Because you also write really well, like a fourth young guy in 9 years of age, and such spectacular poems and stories that are coming out from your pen. It's lovely to know that. Yes, Leon.
So usually when I have a writer's block, I take a break play table tennis or basketball, or sometimes I just sleep and dream about my title.
Amazing, amazing. So that's an important thing. So you just like switch off from what you were doing and then come back again with like being re-energized or
Yes,
rejuvenated.
and sometimes it helps. Ma'am,
Hmm.
sir, so when I'm not doing creative writing and I play keyboard and I just not get it, so sometimes I sleep and the next day I play better.
Right, right, right. Yes, yes, Ashita, tell me.
Whenever I have a writer's block, I actually tend to go outside and see the world. So what happens is that I see nature, I see trees, I see people walking, which strikes some or the other idea in my brain, and then I pen down my thoughts and I start to articulate it, and somehow I come out of that writer's block and write and creative write something.
Right, so there's no set rule to it. Everyone like has their own, like they have their own ways to deal with it. So it's not something that we can write on paper and then like this is a standard operating procedure to overcome. It would be, it's different for Leon, it's different for Ashita and Irvin. What is the, how do you overcome that?
So what I do is I take some of my unfinished stories, right, that I didn't deem like good, and I try finishing them. So I just like take like one or two, I finish them, and I guess my creative juices flowing again.
Crazy, yeah. So on that note, basically for all the viewers, the book is available on Amazon and Flipkart. So you just have to type Pocket Thoughts Volume 11, buy the book, read the amazing, very creative, original stories and poems that all these creators, budding authors, leaders, and there are multiple things that we can say. So they have written it down. Encourage them, do write a review for us, all of us, to become better. We are not the most perfect human beings, but yes, there is a beauty in imperfection. Shivika, what do you want to say? Because we are on the almost towards the end of the session. It's a Sunday evening, and all of us might have plans. So, Shivika, what is it that you want to add on?
I wanted to say that I now my ideas are really getting better now and so what I really like to do is I think of many stories and I just create one story like that.
Right. So Rachit, what do you want to say? Because you've been pretty silent, so would want to know your thoughts also. All of us have participated.
About which, sir?
About anything, about your thoughts on writing, about your thoughts on yourself, and what are your plans for Sunday? That would also do.
No, sir. For today, we have gone for the outside.
Okay. Great. So you went outside and then you came back, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. So, like anything else that anyone has in mind or had in mind, and you were not able to get that chance, there we have the last 2 minutes, and then we'll sign off. The books will be available. Do share your reviews on Amazon, on Flipkart, and other platforms. We'll become better. We'll become greater. And I have a news to share before we end this session. Samriddhi, yes.
Actually, I wanted to answer that writer's block question and also what are my plans for Sunday.
Yeah.
When there is a writer's block, that time I just quit what I'm doing and then I meditate for almost 7 minutes, I guess. And after that, again I go to my study table and then I start doing the work that I was doing. And my plans for Sundays today, actually after this one, I am going to write my own new poems and new stories. Actually, I've been currently writing a thriller and an adventurous story. When I complete that story, that time I am thinking that I would publish that also.
Amazing, and we're like very soon all of us would love to go through it. And all the best. You have great plans. So to everyone, like I'm sure you guys enjoyed the session. It's these co-authors because of whom, like, these kids who are not kids in the literal sense. I mean, someone is meditating, someone knows what writer's block is, they are maintaining their diary, someone is working on their book, the story of the lost 2 pages, and what not. So, and Ashita is like super organized. You need to organize. I still am not able to organize myself. So yeah. And so on that note, I would want to share one thing, that Playbook, till date, we have been conducting classes, we've been nurturing these young creators, and now we are coming up with our own platform, something very exciting, where you can create your own stories, comics, quizzes, and other things. You'll be winning coins, and I leave the other things of to when the platform gets launched. So very soon the news will be out. Do share your reviews on that, and yes, all the very best. Stay safe, enjoy, keep creating, keep shining. That's what we always say to everyone. And yeah, have a great evening and good night.
Yeah, so bye-bye.
Right, sir.
Bye.
Good night, sir.
Right,
Bye,
sir.
sir.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.